Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Learn English with Photos. My name is Geoffrey Hill and this lesson is based on photos I took during a trip to the Isle of Arran off the west coast of Scotland. I went with my daughter and we spent one night at the Glenartney guest house in Brodick, which is the main town on Arran. In the first part of the lesson I'll tell you about our trip. Then we'll look at some of the vocabulary in more detail. And finally you'll get the chance to answer some questions. To get to Arran, we took the car ferry from Ardrossan to Brodick. The crossing takes about an hour. The views of Arran from the ferry were quite spectacular, though I didn't like the look of those clouds. The big hill is Goat Fell, the highest point on the Isle of Arran at 874 metres. Brodick is a small town with a population of only a few hundred people, so the guest house was easy to find, especially as it was well signposted. I'd booked a twin room online a few days before, so Angela, the owner, was expecting us. The room cost £80 for one night, which included breakfast for two. I could probably have found somewhere cheaper to stay, but the reviews on TripAdvisor were excellent, and the guest house was conveniently situated just a 2-minute walk from the town centre. Glenartney was built as two houses and a summer house in the mid-1920s. And was first established as an upmarket boarding house in the early 1930s. The place has been completely refurbished over the last few years and is now a 3-star family guest house with 11 bedrooms. Let's have a look around. This is the reception area, and here is the front lounge where guests can relax and plan their adventures. The TV lounge features a painting by Angela, who runs the guest house with her partner Robbie. The Glenartney has a variety of twin, double and family rooms available and can cater for families, couples or singles. Each room has tea and coffee making facilities, a hairdryer and a flat screen TV. Most rooms also have free Wi-Fi. Our twin room with ensuite shower was not very spacious, but it was comfortably furnished and tastefully decorated. We were lucky to have a room at the front of the house overlooking the garden, with lovely views over the bay to the hills beyond. In this photo, I've labelled some of the things in our room, and we'll go over the vocabulary in the next part of this lesson. Pause the video if you want to study the photo in more detail. After a good night's sleep, we were looking forward to a traditional Scottish breakfast to set us up for the long day ahead. Glenartney offers a choice between a cold breakfast buffet with cereals, fruit and yoghurt, and a full cooked Scottish breakfast featuring Arran's fresh produce such as sausages, black pudding and potato scones. I chose the full cooked breakfast. I also had a bowl of porridge to start, so I think I got my money's worth. If you want to know more about the breakfast we had at the Glenartney, check out episode 2 of Learn English with Photos, where I describe it in a lot more detail. And if you want to find out more about the Glenartney guest house, why not visit their website, where you can also read some of the comments left by guests. Right, I hope you enjoyed the visit. Now let's go over some of the vocabulary we've seen. I'll say each word and you can repeat it after me. I'll also make a few comments along the way. So the first word is bedside table. Bedside table. A bedside table is a small table which is placed near the side of the bed. This one has a drawer which you can open and close and a shelf at the bottom. Buffet. Buffet. A buffet is a meal of cold food usually that's displayed on a long table where the guests can help themselves. You often find buffets at weddings or parties. Cushion. Cushion. Ferry. Ferry. A ferry is a boat that transports passengers and sometimes vehicles across short stretches of sea or a river or even a lake. This is the ferry we took from Ardrossan to Brodick. Furniture. Furniture. Furniture is a collective word for things like tables, chairs, sofas and beds that you find in a typical house. The word furniture is uncountable, which means that you cannot use it in the plural and you cannot say a furniture. For example, you would have to say a piece of furniture. That's a nice piece of furniture you've bought. Furnishings. Furnishings. Furnishings is a bit like furniture, but includes other things like the curtains, carpets and decorations and pictures which you find in a typical house. Guest house. Guest house. A guest house is a small hotel, usually a bit bigger than a bed and breakfast. The people who stay at a guest house are called guests. Hairdryer. Hairdryer. A hairdryer is a device you use to dry your hair. Headboard. Headboard. The headboard is the upright board at the end of a bed where you lay your head. Isle. Isle. Isle is another word for island. Note that the S is not pronounced. The word isle is often used as part of an island's name, for example the Isle of Man or the Isle of Wight. Lamp. Lamp. A lamp is a light that works by using electricity. This lamp here is a bedside lamp. Note the sort of arm where you can put your book and keep it at the right page. Very useful. Lounge. Lounge. A lounge is a place in a house or a hotel where people can sit and relax and perhaps watch television. Painting. Painting. A painting is a picture that someone has painted. This is an oil painting and it's in a frame. Pillow. Pillow. A pillow is a sort of cushion which you rest your head on while you're in bed or while you sleep. Porridge. Porridge. Porridge is a thick, sticky food made with oats mixed with milk or possibly water. It's very popular as a breakfast dish in Scotland, and you can add honey or sugar or even salt. Reception area. Reception area. The reception area, or just reception, is the entrance to a hotel where you check in and check out, pay your bill. You can also wait for people there or get information. I'll wait for you in reception. Review. Review. A review is a short report in which someone gives their opinion of something. So, for example, you could have a film review or a theatre review. You can also find reviews of products or hotels online. Room. Room. A room is a bedroom in a hotel. You wouldn't say, for example, have you got any bedrooms available? You would say, have you got any rooms available? There are different types of rooms. There are single rooms, double rooms, family rooms, twin rooms. Sheet. Sheet. A sheet is the large rectangular piece of cotton or cloth that you put on the bed to sleep on or cover yourself with in bed. If it's cold at night, you might also need a blanket. Shower. Shower. A shower is a piece of bathroom equipment that you stand under in order to wash your whole body. The word shower is also used to refer to the enclosed area in which the shower is contained. I'm going to have a shower now. Single bed. Single bed. A single bed is a bed for one person. You can also have a single room in a hotel. Switch. Switch. A switch is a small device that you push up or down or press in with your finger to turn something electrical on or off, such as the light. Toilet. Toilet. What you see in the photo is a toilet, but the word toilet is also used for the room, the small room usually, in which the toilet is found. Americans don't like the word toilet, so when in America you should use the word bathroom instead. Towel. Towel. A towel is a piece of thick, soft cloth that you use to dry yourself with. Twin room. Twin room. A twin room is a hotel room with two single beds. View. View. The view is everything that can be seen from a window or a high place. When you're booking a hotel room, you could ask for a room with a view, for example. Wallpaper. Wallpaper. Wallpaper is the thick coloured or patterned paper which is used for covering and decorating the walls of rooms. That wallpaper is horrible. Okay, in the final part of the lesson you'll have the opportunity to use some of the language we've studied. I'm going to ask you a series of questions relating to hotels and guest houses. I suggest you pause the video while you answer. And don't just reply with yes or no, try to make your answers as detailed as possible. Okay, let's begin. Question 1. Have you ever stayed in a hotel or guest house in a foreign country? Question 2. What's the best hotel or guest house you've ever stayed in? Question 3. What's the worst hotel or bed and breakfast you've ever stayed in? Question 4. What things are important for you when choosing a hotel or guest house to stay in? Question 5. If I was planning to come to your country on holiday, what advice would you give me about the hotels and guest houses? Question 6. What's your opinion of budget hotels? Question 7. How would you market a guest house like the Glenartney? Question 8. What qualities and skills do you need to run a guest house? Question 9. What's your opinion of the Glenartney website? Question 10. Have you ever used a review site like TripAdvisor to find a hotel? Right, that's all for now. I hope you found this lesson useful. If so, look out for the next installment of Learn English with Photos.